Good morning, MRGC membership. I'm here with Jess doing our weekly update. Today's Friday, June 26th. I have a lot of information to cover today with you. So again, if you care not to listen, hit that little triangle box and you can turn my words off immediately here. Coronavirus update, 170,000 confirmed cases in New Jersey. That's an additional 1,504 cases from last week. There are currently 13,081 fatalities in New Jersey. That's an additional 246 people who perished from last week at this time. The New Jersey rate of transmission has increased from 0.70 to 0.86 in 1 week this past week. 18 to 29-year-olds testing positive in New Jersey has jumped from 12% in April to 22% in June. In the United States, more than 122,000 deaths have been recorded, which is the most of any country, with New Jersey ranking second only to New York, which ranks first. 7 states in our country report new highs across the South and West. Most recently, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut have issued travel advisories for incoming persons from states with high infection rates, mandating a 14-day quarantine when entering the tri-state area. This is far from over. We can ask our bartender, Rob Darnell, who recently lost his brother to the COVID-19 virus, as well as Danielle in our office, whose grandmother perished recently from the COVID-19 virus as well. That being said, we do have many people to thank here at the club, and I'm going to take this opportunity to do so. They deserve some appreciation for what they've been doing at the club since the inception of the pandemic. First of all, across from me filming this right now, Jessica. Jessica's been here every day working tirelessly, doing things outside her normal duties of the club, and she's a wonderful, magnificent person, and I can't thank her enough for all the things she's doing here. I'd like to thank all the members who wear their masks when entering the buildings of the club and who appreciate all that's been done for them in the light of this very challenging time. Thank you for making dinner reservations, practicing social distancing, and wearing a mask when social distancing is impractical. Thanks to all the employees that stay at home when they're not feeling well, for wearing masks and gloves throughout their shift, for getting their temperature taken daily, for sanitizing and disinfecting all parts of the club, Chef Maurice and our Riverview Terrace cooks for standing in 89-degree heat wearing masks and gloves while cooking meals for the membership, to our entire service team for flawlessly serving 130 members Wednesday night during a 5-hour power outage. Again, our service team for serving all member reservations last night during the unexpected rainstorms. I'd like to thank Joe Blackman for filling divots on the golf course, providing security service on the golf course, and arriving early each morning to set up the Livingston Square breakfast station and providing shoe cleaning service for both the men and the ladies at this time. And yes, ladies, please feel free to give Joe your shoes. He's more than happy to clean them for you until other arrangements are made. I'd like to thank Matt Morrow for maintaining the golf course in impeccable condition. For all of our outside operation guys headed by Sean McPherson, for keeping the carts sanitized, assigning caddies, as well as accomplishing all new administrative duties as a result of the virus. Sean is now singularly responsible for doing all the carts and green slips. He's taken on that responsibility since Miriam is not employed at the club currently. I'd like to thank Chris Dimmick and the entire Pro Shop staff for all their hard work managing the new tea time system, providing lessons, running junior programs, and opening the golf shop responsibly last week for the members. And last and certainly not least, to Ryan Brennan for all he does as my right hand here at the club, for handling all the dinner reservations and accommodating all the members on every day that they requested reservations for dining here at the club. Some new things happening, and I'm here and happy to inform you that indoor dining will resume effective Thursday, July the 2nd for both lunch and dinner. Reservations can be made at dining@mrgc.com 7 days in advance and up to 48 hours prior. With indoor dining, we will be using the main dining room, the mixed grill, the tavern, the great room, and the Riverview Grill rooms at the mandated 25% capacity per the Boca Table Fire Code standards. This here is the Boca Table Fire Code standards, as you can see. Each room is listed and the maximum capacity for each room is listed. In the red ink, the 25% capacity is listed for each room. So you can see it's very limited. And I'll review that. The main dining room at 25% capacity allows 42 persons maximum. The mixed grill allows 16 persons maximum. The tavern, 9 persons maximum. The great room, 11 persons maximum. And the new Riverview Grill, 34 person maximum occupancy at 25%. In addition, the lower level will have a separate menu from the Riverview Terrace. We will be resuming our normal operations with all indoor rooms and the outside lower patio having one menu serviced from the main kitchen of the club, and the Riverview Terrace with a separate lighter fare menu serviced from the upstairs outdoor kitchen. When dining is resumed indoors, the Riverview Terrace hours of operation will be amended in conjunction with the indoor dining, reopening lunch Tuesday through Sunday and dinner Friday through Sunday upstairs. When indoor dining begins, members and family guests are welcome. A maximum of 8 persons will be allowable at each table. For your protection, indoor bars will be closed for now. The inability to social distance, as well as a 25% limitation, allows only 5 or 6 persons to be seated at the bar anyway. This would promote congregating and violation of social distancing if people were to stand at the bar, and or we would add more seats than the allowable 5 or 6. I don't know how many of you saw the recent fiasco at DJ's Bar in Belmar this past weekend. It's all over the internet. You can Google YouTube. They had thousands of young people congregating without masks, and as such, they responsibly amended their practices to now change all bars into only service bars going forward. That's how we're approaching this as well at this time. Most importantly, indoors, all persons entering the building are required to wear a mask at all times, except while seated at your table when eating or drinking. Governor Murphy's exact quote was, "Wearing a mask indoors is required. This is not a suggestion. It is a requirement. When indoors, you must keep your mouth and nose covered, except if you are sitting down at a table to eat or drink for religious purposes or your personal health requires it." Additionally, please know that the Halfway House will be resuming a 6-day week schedule, opening Tuesday through Sunday this coming week. Please understand and know that we want you to come to the club and enjoy food and beverage service only if you feel comfortable doing so. We're going to do all we can to provide you with a safe and responsible experience. However, some may feel more comfortable dining outdoors. This is a personal choice. Some, like Stephanie Silvers, an epidemiologist and professor of public health at Montclair State University, cited greater risks for all involved. She said, "The overall idea of allowing indoor dining includes too many risks and unknowns to make her feel comfortable doing it. Based upon the information I have," and this is her words, "I would not personally eat out at an indoor restaurant anytime soon. A lot of variables go into this. How big is the restaurant? What is the ventilation system? Are they wearing masks consistently over their nose and mouth? Why are we rushing into indoor when we have outdoor?" She feared that such a move would help increase the number of cases at a time when they were going down. "What is getting lost right now," she said, is over the past 2 days, we have had more than 500 new cases each day in New Jersey, and the numbers are starting to creep up. So let me address her three concerns here at the club. How big is the restaurant? We know how big our rooms are, we know our BOCA code table, and we know what 25% is. So we'll be spacing members out throughout the facility and maintain 6-foot social distancing between all tables at all times. What is the ventilation system? We do have filtration in our ventilation systems here at the club. Whether or not it takes 100% of the coronavirus out, I'm unaware and cannot confirm that. Are they wearing masks consistently over their nose and mouth? I can assure you that all staff members inside, waiting on tables, making drinks, clearing tables, washing tables, seating you, will have on masks and protective gloves. The membership is required to wear masks until they're seated at their table. Whether or not that happens remains to be seen. I'm hopeful with our great membership that everyone will comply and behave accordingly so that we don't have an outbreak here at the club. So what's this all about right now? At this point in time, with the coronavirus still looming above all of our heads. Right now, the club is doing its best to provide member services in compliance with the governor's executive orders in a safe and responsible manner for the membership, your guests, and our employees. You may not like it, we may not like it, but this is what we have to do right now. There are a select few that feel they're being disenfranchised or that the club is showing preference to certain groups. I can unequivocally state that this is a fallacy. Tough decisions are being made in all members' best interests, and just because things aren't back to the old normal aren't reason to think this way. And here are a few examples. When the club shut down on March 13th, we instituted the Club Essentials grocery program for all members' grocery needs. These were sold at the club's cost to members in an effort to keep members safe by limiting their trips to the grocery store. When golf resumed, a tee time system was developed to spread out people for extra safety precautions. And when 2 persons were allowed to use a golf cart, the club purchased and installed clear plastic barriers in multiple carts for those who did not feel comfortable riding with another member due to an underlying medical condition or other reason. When buffet-style foods were and still are prohibited, and this is a copy of the Board of Health Executive Order, and I'll reference the yellow highlighted line, which states, eliminate self-service food or drink options such as buffets, salad bars, and self-service drink stations. So when we were forced to do that, and we still need to be compliant with that, we developed the Livingston Square Cafe for all members to get a complimentary continental breakfast in a safe and responsible manner. Then, when outdoor dining was permitted, extra protocols were instituted, including taking the temperatures of all employees, setting up sanitizing stations, providing PPE to all staff members, purchasing new chemicals known to kill the coronavirus, retraining all employees in safe service practices, serve safe training courses were mandated, single-use vessels and disposables were implemented, cleanable menus put into service, and a host of other protocols to be both compliant and to protect the membership and the staff as best as we possibly could. When bars were still all mandated to be closed, we developed the Fairway One bar and cafe concept for all members to have a quick burger, hot dog, chicken sandwich, and implemented a full outdoor bar service that is compliant with Executive Order 152 in a safe and responsible manner, while spraying down, cleaning, and disinfecting all tables and chairs between groups, as well as breaking rank a little bit and allowing members to come inside the Riverview Terrace Bar for to-go style cocktail service, which, by the way, is considered an indoor facility since only one wall is open air. Please know that certain staff members have not been called back into service for various reasons. Perhaps the new guidelines reduce their services and/or job duties, resulting in reduced hours of employment, resulting in reduced wages, which are far less than they're making on unemployment. The additional $600 federal unemployment subsidy, coupled with grants from our Manasquan River Golf Club Foundation, quite frankly, are allowing some employees and certain employees to make far more right now staying home than if they were to come back to the club under the current guidelines. And we can thank both our state and federal governments for that and not the club. So when I hear some grumbling about very small things that are not being provided as they were pre-coronavirus, it becomes very frustrating, disheartening, and upsetting, knowing well that we all are working our tails off for the membership to adjust to the new normal in compliance with the executive orders and in trying to keep you all safe from this god-awful virus. We all need to come to grips with the fact that the new normal is here to stay until the virus vanishes, a treatment is developed, or a vaccine is proven effective. Please don't think that the club is immune from this virus. We've had several confirmed cases here at the club. So let's all do our best to accept that the glass is truly half full while protecting ourselves, your fellow members, our wonderful staff members, allowable guests by following the rules and regulations governing our operations at this time. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me one-on-one and we can always discuss your concerns. Thank you and enjoy the weekend.